whatever you're doing this weekend, we are all going to appreciate some warmer temperatures and some sunshine around here. Meteorologist Matt Standridge is in the house with you tonight. Russ, with the forecast. Hey, Matt.
Hey, good evening, you two. Brilliant sunshine. In fact, it's going to be hard to even find a cloud, both for your Saturday and for your Sunday. Now, just for fun, I was looking this up. I remember growing up around the Great Lakes this time of year when you get to late March, early April timeframe, and when you get some nice weather, you're outside, right? I was kicking a soccer ball or doing something like that, and you start to get a little bit of the sunburn. And just for fun, this is the first time I've done that this year. I looked up the UV index for this weekend, and it's a little bit over a 5. Which you do a little math and some calculations, and that means you can actually get a sunburn in about 45 minutes to 60 minutes with the sun angle. Once again, the sun gets higher in the sky, and the spring equinox is tomorrow. That's the first day of spring, and eventually the globe is starting to tilt so that northern Ohio, in the whole northern hemisphere, is getting closer towards the sun, and that's why we're going to be getting warmer, and sunburns are going to be, a lot more possible. But cool and crisp for your first day of spring. It's going to be a wonderful day, just a little bit on the cool side. I do have some good news, though, for you. We've been tracking for the past couple of days those winds. We had gusts near 50 yesterday. We had gusts a little over 20 today. But look at the wind speeds now. They're down in the single digits. Thank goodness, right? It's chilly out there this evening. A lot of us are right next to freezing or a little bit below freezing. We'll stay in those low 30s and upper 20s throughout the overnight hours. And we still have a light north wind. But this high pressure is starting to move into northeast Ohio. And on the backside, we're eventually going to get southerly winds, which means we're going to start to warm up for the second half of the weekend, especially. We'll hit 50s tomorrow, but then we could be in the 60s by Sunday. We're watching towards the west, though, any kind of systems. There's nothing going on in the northern plains. And so we have some nice weather the next couple of days. The rain that you see in the Rocky Mountains, it's not going to arrive until Wednesday. So we have several days of some nice weather on the way. The next 12 hours going into the overnight, once again, we're going to probably bottom out in those mid-20s, and then we'll probably warm up into some low 50s tomorrow afternoon. We should be in the upper 40s this time of year, and so I think we'll beat that tomorrow afternoon, unless you live right along the lakeshore, within about 2 or 3 miles of the lake. We'll probably stay in the 40s. That, of course, includes downtown Cleveland. Here's your National Design hour-by-hour forecast. We'll walk you through your Saturday. Waking up tomorrow morning, it'll be chilly, but we'll quickly climb into those 40s by lunchtime, and then a lot of 50s as you head a little bit more into the afternoon. We'll still watch those winds. They'll be light, though, and still out of the north. But by Sunday, they'll switch, and they'll start coming out of the south, and that's eventually going to help us get into those 60s for the second half of the weekend. And look, we stay in the 60s for the next several days on the Union Home Mortgage 10-day outlook. And what's also interesting is that once we get those southerly winds really cranking, Sarah and Russ, eventually the clouds are going to start to come back in, and eventually some rain showers. You can kind of split the screen in two. The right half shows a lot of rain still headed our way. But at least for the next couple of days, guys, we're going to be dealing with plenty of sunshine, barely a cloud in the sky.
Celebrate spring in style. All right. Thank you, Matt.